All right, good morning. It is Monday, the 28th of February, last day of February. Hope you've had a good February. It's been a tough trading month, no doubt. There's just so many headlines, and there's so many. We don't know what the Fed's going to do. We don't know what's going to happen with Russia and Ukraine. We don't know all of these things, and so it's made for a difficult, trading month. But what I find interesting is even with all of the crazy volatility, right? We are still, we're still essentially there with UVXY where we started. We'll of course pop up a little bit today simply because we're gapping up more headlines out of Russia. But we had a great day on Friday, right? Well, let's do this. Let's go ahead and go through the portfolio. I'd like to talk about each position. We'll talk about thoughts going into March. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go straight to our positions. BBBY, Bed Bath & Beyond has been a good trader for us. It is one of those securities where, again, we have seen some decent volatility. We've got 200 shares in BBBY. We'll let this 14 call go all the way to expiration, and then we will, potentially let this expire worthless and just continue to compound these right here. So that's the BBBY, Bed Bath & Beyond position. Carnival's another one of those, right, where we're close to break even on this position for the year. Got the 22 call, so sold, gapping down just a little bit. We'll see what happens. We'll let this go off if it happens to, we're just slightly under break even on this position. But if we were to have these shares get called, we would be certainly back to break even on this. Ford, we've got the 17 put for next weekend or for next Friday. Fubu has been one of our more difficult traders just because Fubu has, we've seen Fubu pretty drastic, decrease right here. Massive day though last Thursday. That's a huge day, but even a week and a half ago, we were, in the 11s. And so we're weathering this, this storm, but we'll continue to sell premium. Great premium here in Fubu. We did have to go out a couple of weeks to get enough credit to make it worth this 10.5 call there. Okay. GDX gapping for us a little bit. We have the 34. This has been one of our best traders of the year so far. Just selling these puts on GDX, rolling them if we might get assigned. GDX is treating us well. Robinhood. All right, 11 put, 13.5 calls. So we're about $2 away from break even on the call side, but we're supplementing this by selling these puts. We'll let this get assigned or roll down to 10.5. It looks like we're going to get challenged. Kroger. One of the things that I've liked about Kroger is even with all of this major volatility that we've been seeing in the markets, Kroger has stayed relatively similar. I mean, we saw a pretty massive candle here. But when you think about it on the whole, I mean, Kroger has been, it's held fine throughout the weeks. If we go to the week, it's held decently. I mean, we still saw a 15% decrease there. But with everything going on, that's to be expected, and that's okay here in Kroger. LabU, we have the 18.5 there. Mara, 18 put. Continue to roll that. Piton. Might go ahead and try to roll this early in the week. That way it doesn't get too far away from me. This 28.5 here. Q's, our September credit spread right there at the line. We'll just continue to let this play out. We've got 200 days left on that trade. Riot 14 put there and Riot and a 19 call. So we're $3 away. So I need to generate $3 worth of premium. Russia, I mean, Russia is what it is. Probably gonna have to go out a little bit farther to begin getting the level of credit because we're at 22.5, right? So we've down 50% on this one. So 22.5, 22. So we might have to continue to go out a couple of weeks here. I mean, we can go ahead and maybe sell 2 weeks out from today. I don't see us jumping 100% now in Russia. So we'll continue to sell premium, continue to get closer to at the money. This one might take a while for us to get there, but that's the plan. I'm going to continue to try to get there. Rut, of course, we've only got 31 days left on this Rut trade. I'll be excited to get this one off. And we've got 108 on our June. I will be excited to get these positions off. Snapchat, best security of the year so far. 36 put. SPY. Only got 18 days left on the SPY trade. I think it's 359 put, right? So 359. Target, 18 days left on this trade. 180. 180, 175. We'll be excited again to get that trade off as well. TQ. All the way up to January now due to the rolls. UVXY. So for this week, UVXY. The 13.5. I'll continue rolling those for a little bit of credit every time, but we've got this 13 and a 23. So I need to think about what to do there. VIX, got plenty of time in our VIX. XBI sold the 87. This is going to be a $200 or $300 profiter for the week. There. And then finally, Yeti. Down to 81 days here in Yeti. 55.45. All right, that's the portfolio. We'll see if we can get anything sold here. I'll let you know if I make any moves early this week. Really, I'm just going to kind of see what happens with the market. You know, if we go to ES, computer's lagging a little this morning. We go to the weekly. We did have maybe a hammer. I mean, certainly a hammer, but we'll see if it ends up playing out that way. 1 year, 1 day. Of course, we gapped down, and so while this candle shows that we've had a little bit of strength, we did gap down past almost past the low, but we supported here. And I think this is another area for us to close above this 43.50. And then I'm still looking upside target 44.75, 44.75. Our moving averages are kind of consolidating in front of us. So I'll be watching that. I just don't know. I just don't know if it's sustainable or if the Russia headlines are just too massive right now for us to get a real sustained rally. But that's kind of what I'm watching for this week. I'm watching for these levels to play out. And again, if I make any moves, I will certainly alert it. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, happy trading this week.